Hey everybody, Neon here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to rocket jump 2026. Now you'll need a few certain amount of items that will take a little bit of grinding to get. I got these from Gibbs Save Editor. These are Norfleets. These are 2 low-level bada booms for rocket jumping, which I'm sure you knew, and a sham. These absorb bullets, allowing you access for infinite rocket jump ammo. See how it fills up at the bottom? You'll get more and more, so you won't ever have to worry about running out. For the class mod, you can go with the Legendary Berserker, but you can also do Legendary Gunzerker for longevity, if you want that. And I don't really know what to use for relics, but you can stockpile one if you want. What you're going to want to do is you're going to come over to Southpaw, Steam, and Power. This is going to be our main map for rocket jumping. And as soon as you get through the entrance, when you're by the fast travel, you're going to want to walk in, jump over here, jump on the door, look to your left. Oh, accident. Do it again. And there's going to be an invisible platform you can jump on right up here. It will take a couple tries, but or not. Okay, now that you're up here, if you do not have bottom, well, I'm assuming you're here because you have bottom booms, but if you don't, you can throw a grenade and not land it on first try, not land it on second try either, but you can go up here, fall down here, and go through this hole. This will be your main area for rocket jumping. Okay. So now that we're here, you have a free area to roam around and do a bunch of stuff in. So try practicing the basic motions. Kind of like that. Looks a little bit complicated, but we're gonna get to that in just a second. So what you're gonna want to do is you are gonna want to run forward, look down, shoot. Make sure to time it as well. And there are certain things with rocket jumping, and there are certain things you're going to want to be cautious of. And I mean, looking at the ground all the time isn't necessarily going to help you or give you any horizontal boost. It's more of it's gonna start to slow down. You're gonna start to go extremely fast, and you're not gonna be able to keep control of rocket jumping. So you're probably asking, how do we keep control of it? Easy. Let me show you. So what you do, activate your gunzer. You do the rocket jump as instructed, but we're gonna look down a little bit. Not as much as we were before, and you see how we're actually keeping a little bit of balance between ourselves? This is the incorrect form. You were doing it like this. See how we touch the ground eventually? That's not what we want. What we do want, however, is to never touch the ground, and there are many certain ways to do that. And that's with timing your rocket jumps. Now for the build, this is the build we are using. Pretty good. So, alright, I'm just gonna wait for my gunzer to charge back up, and I will get into the next example. Alright. So now our guns are charged up, and what we're going to want to do next is there are going to be certain things we can do called wall jumps. We can get a vertical boost and get to another area, like over there, pretty fast. Here's an example. Get your rocket launchers ready. You look down at the ground, bada boom, and you kind of do that. That was a bad attempt on the first one, but we're going to give that another go. It's kind of tricky to do. that was a little bit better that time. So we got a vertical boost on that area, and that's going to be good for certain areas like 1,000 cuts or traversing rocky areas. Pretty neat stuff. This can be done without gunzerking, so I'm going to show you how to do it. So our first thing is double shotting. Double shotting is very important. You're going to be able to get a lot of speed from it, and I'm going to show you how to do it. So we apply the same principles as before. Look down at the ground, shoot. But this time, we're going to look down at the ground, shoot, and then reload. But before the reload happens, we're going to switch to another weapon. Here's another example. Shoot. Shoot, reload. Now you combine those two steps together. Shoot, reload, and then you're going to want to shoot again at the last part. I didn't explain that thoroughly. So look at the ground, shoot, reload, shoot, and you're good. Look at the ground, reload, shoot, shoot, you're good. And here's how that would look while you're gunzerking. See the boost you get from that. This is the normal boost you would get on the ground from here. This is how it would look with double shotting. See, a lot further. But an easier method for Salvador, I don't recommend doing weapon swapping with Salvador. I more recommend doing the melee method. Now the melee method is pretty much the same as before, but except we're just meleeing this time, and it's a lot better because it doesn't switch you to your other weapons. It cuts off a bit of time when you do that with the swap method, and that's not what we want. Considering we're using the Legendary Berserker mod for speed and not longevity, we're going to want to make sure we're preserving as much time as we can. Okay, so get your rocket launcher up and do your normal rocket jump, right? And then you melee, and then you rocket jump, reload, melee, and it's a lot easier, as you can see. You'll get a bit of a higher boost. Well, no, boosts are the same, but at the same time you're not cutting off time by having to switch to your weapons. And yeah, that pretty much covers it for Salvador. We're gonna move on to Maya. So, as before, we get up here. And this time, we're going to want to use a grenade. So we're going to make sure we have nothing equipped in the slot. Throw it. Jump up here. And go down here. Alright, so once you're down here, basically, just start practicing. So, as I showed with Salvador, you already know the basics. So, I won't yap much. Look down. Oh, I did that wrong. Hold on. You look down, reload, switch. Look down, reload, switch. Look down, reload, switch. And keep doing that. Keep practicing it. You'll get more consistent as you go. But what I prefer is spamming action skill while doing it, because it doesn't actually do anything. And it interrupts the reloading cutscene. So let's reload really quick. And I'll show you what that looks like. On the same principles as before. Hit the ground. Spam action skill. Pretty good speed. Do it again. But you can't just spam it. That's the thing. I was showing an example of what spam would look like. You should probably time this, because it's actually way much faster if you're timing the shots. Like this. Now, we're going to test something. We're going to see how far we can make it by spamming. Okay, we're going to put a bullet hole in the ground. Right here. We're going to see how far it takes to get back to this hole by spamming. Okay, so we made it about this far. Now let's go back to that same other hole again. It's still there. Okay, so we're at this hole again. Let's see how far we can make it when we time it. Reload. And go. Let's see. We were standing about right here. Now let's look at our difference. So it's this line and this. You can get a little bit further by doing that. So timing is definitely essential. Okay, we can move on now. So if you want, you can also do 2 bada booms. No harm in it. So you can shoot this one. If you wanted to use an extra one, that's preference. Do only recommend doing it though if you have extra swap speed. Hey everybody, thank you for watching the video. Hopefully you learned some new tips and tricks about rocket jumping. Let me know if you want to see me do anything else. Have a good day.